President Trump's bid to intimidate the Supreme Court on birthright citizenship risks reminding the justices and the world of the Dominican Republic's thuggish repeal of jus soli 13 years ago. Hi, I'm Tim Padgett, WLRN's Americas editor, and this is America's Decoded, my commentary on Latin America, the Caribbean, and their key relationship with the U.S. Let me know what you think. And subscribe to my Substack to receive my weekly commentary and new episodes of America's Decoded. It's of course admirable for any American to want to sit in on oral arguments at the U.S. Supreme Court. But if you think President Donald Trump wanted to set an example of civic engagement when he intended the hearing on birthright citizenship, then you probably also believe YouTube consults Ms. Rachel when it writes algorithms for children. Trump, the first sitting president to do that, was there to do the Trump thing, bully. He hoped to intimidate the justices into greenlighting his bid to end constitutional birthright citizenship after they blocked his unconstitutional tariff 6 weeks ago. But as is so often the case with Trump, it may backfire. And that's not just because most U.S. Supreme Court members probably don't appreciate a chief executive with a grudge glaring at them as they question lawyers. It's also because his behavior risked reminding the world of the thuggish way birthright citizenship was ended in another country. In 2010, the Dominican Republic canceled birthright citizenship, and 3 years later, its high court made the removal retroactive, all the way back to 1929. That meant that almost 250,000 people who had been born to undocumented migrants in the DR were suddenly stripped of their citizenship. They were effectively rendered stateless human beings ripe for deportation. The Dominican Republic shares the Caribbean island of Hispaniola with Haiti, so it was no surprise that almost 90% of those affected by the monstrous decision were Black Dominicans of Haitian descent. The real drive behind the move, it became clear, was racism. The global backlash was so loud that the following year the Dominican Republic had to create mechanisms allowing for all those personae non grata to reapply for citizenship. It's a reminder that Trump's own campaign against birthright citizenship, like his crusade to deport undocumented migrants, carries as many racist overtones as a Nick Fuentes podcast. There's a reason 30 of the 35 nations that confer birthright citizenship are in the Western Hemisphere. It helped populate countries in the Americas, and it reflects the New World's egalitarian ideal that the humblest newborn belongs as surely as the offspring of aristocrats do. Now, Supreme Court watchers say Trump will fail. We can only hope he does, because if the justices rule in his favor, the U.S. won't look much better than the Dominican Republic, and America won't look as much like a part of the Americas.